Solvete omnes. This is Pius, and today we're going to be talking about Caelio once again. We're going to be doing the Caelio 69, as given to me by my classmates. So here we go. So, my first note comes with this Miramor. So, Miramor here is wandering. That's the definition. We wander. But it sets off an indirect question. So we're going to be using whether instead of if for the sea. So here also we wonder whether any most obscene, obscenissima is a superlative, so most obscene story followed the tale of that imaginary box. Pixidem here is a word that means little box, or box in general. So, there's nothing which may not seem to fall to such a woman as that. So, videator, as encountered in my last screencast, means seem. So, and then quod to videator is a relative clause of characteristic. So there's nothing which may not seem to fall, cadere, to such a woman as that. Modi mulierum. So, audita et percelebrata. So these are both PPPs. So the matter has been heard of and has been pronounced frequently in conversation. So res audita and sermonibus percelebrata. So you have long ago perceived in mind, O judges, here the Praecipitis Animis Judices, as the notes from this wonderful Australian website say, is that it's a nudge, wink approach designed to get jurors on his side. So you have long ago perceived in mind, O judges, what I wish to say, rather, what I wish not to say, dicere being used for both, So, for even if such a crime was committed, it certainly was not committed by Caelius, for what concern was it of his? So, to take this step by step. So, for even if such a crime was committed, or for even if it was committed, certainly it was not committed. Certainly, it was not committed by Caelius. For what concern was it of his? That's a very loose translation, but the actual translation does not do what the figurative translation does. So it may have perhaps been committed by some young man. The committed here is just a repetition of what we've been using. Factum is not seen in this, but I'm using it in the translation. And then the insulso here is a really interesting word. Insulso means, comes from in, which means not, insulso, which means salted, not salted. Figuratively, it means foolish. It's a pretty interesting word. Or tasteless. Foolish or tasteless. But if it is fiction, it is indeed a very modest lie, but still it is not lacking wit. So here, the non infacatum is an example of the ironic understatement known as litotes. So an example of that is, you won't be sorry, which really means you'll be glad, is a pretty interesting construction. Mendacium here is lie, so very modest lie, modestum mendacium, but it still it is not lacking wit. Infacatum, not lacking wit. So which in truth the common conversation and common opinion of men would never have approved. So comprobasit here is a syncopated verb, and the common in my translation is a nice little spicy additive that I've added in order to really to highlight the, the the common aspect to this conversation and opinion. Um, and then if every sort of story which involved any kind of disgrace did not present or arrange to that which you refer to. So it's really interesting here because uh, instead of saying like to that woman or uh, to Claudia, he says in istam, which means to that which you refer to, very impersonal, very downgrading of her. So the comprobasit here is also to viderentur. It's also an unreal conditional sentence. Um, though viderentur here means to present, and qui decurentur here is a relative clause characteristic. Um, so thank you all for listening. I hope that y'all are, moving through the Pro Caelio pretty well. Thank you.